G'day everybody, it's Nick Dingle here again, bringing you a brand new playlist to teach you things, this time teaching you about Construct 2, made by Skira. If you'd like to go to the official website, please go to scirra.com. That's going to bring the page you see in front of you. Now, if you don't know what Construct 2 is, it is a 2D game development application which requires absolutely no programming. So there's not one line of code you have to write. The great thing about its programming, or its scripting I should call it, is you have events and you have actions and you drag them onto your scripts, and that is basically it. Okay, it allows you to do some pretty powerful things while being incredibly simple. Now, I've taught with this for about 2 years now, and it's fantastic in the way it's just easy for the students to learn, easy to open up and easy to get into. If you want to have a look at a couple of games which are being made with Construct, there's a couple of examples there. The next Penelope being incredibly, well, just looks absolutely amazing. I'd suggest you check it out. Okay, and the other great thing is the platforms that it supports. It is just absolutely overwhelming how many things it can support, from your desktops to your web applications to even the Wii U. So seriously, I suggest you have a look at those things. If this suits you, join me at the top of the page. We're going to download it and install it, and I'll talk about the licenses as well before the end of the video. Click on free download to start with, and that's going to download version 195 at the recording of this video. The one thing I've noticed is that Construct releases updates almost on a bi-weekly basis. Let's quickly download this. There he goes. Which means you're lucky to see less than 2 updates per month. Construct is fantastic for that. Now, the other thing I'll just quickly note, the one we're downloading at the moment is the free version, okay? This free version comes with a fair few limitations, but if you're just playing around with it, or if you're just interested in prototyping things, the free version is definitely for you. However, if you are keen to make something solid or large, I would suggest you have a look at the personal edition license, or the business use if you're really going to go that far. Let's click on the Buy Construct 2, and that's going to take us to the store page. And it's going to show you the different licenses you can buy. Personal license, $154, okay? Sounds expensive, but I personally bought it for $99 when it was on special. It was great. And then you got the business license. If you think you're going to make more than $5,000 from your game from ads and playing and buying, you have to go for the license, business license, I should say. That's a fair amount of money if you do that. If you've already bought the personal and you need to upgrade, there it is. If you'd like to see a comparison between the licenses and what features you have, here they are. These are the basic features, and it shows you the free, personal, and business license. As you can see, the personal and business have the same features. However, you are just limited to how much money you can make off of it. You can see there's a few things you cannot do in the free version. And I think this is probably the biggest limitation. And it's basically the event limit and the object families. Those are the two that I think are the biggest limitations when it comes to the free version. Okay, so I actually had some students using the free version at their house, and with just a couple of weeks of work, they hit that threshold of 100 events inside it. The layer limit's a little bit annoying, but what's especially annoying is the limitation of no object families, which just minimizes your programming massively when you're using multiple things. So I'd really suggest you have a think about what kind of license you need when you're going to be using Construct 2, because one of them is going to be a lot more applicable to you. I personally use the personal license, and we use the educational license for school. If I scroll up, you've got educational licenses. It's fantastic. It's only, I think, about $12 a student it basically works out to be, and they can take that license home with them, which is fantastic. So I'm going to pause the video while you think about what you want to buy, I suppose, or if you just want to use the free version. And when I come back, I'm going to show you the installation process and if you bought a license, where to put it. So thank you very much for watching this part. I'll see you in a second, everybody. Okay, so we're downloaded. I'm going to get going and install this guy. So I'm going to click on the installer. I'm going to click on yes, which you probably didn't see because the screen went weird. Let's continue into this guy, agree to the license, and then click on next. Now, if you'd like to change the location of where Construct 2 is installed, please change it here, click the browse button, whatever you do usually. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please just click the next button. I'm going to type in D apps next, because that's where I install most of my programs. Now, this part, excuse me, is what version do you want to install, the 32-bit or 64-bit? If you can install the 64-bit, I would always try and recommend do that. If you can't, or if you don't know, just leave it as auto detect, and Construct 2's installer generally does a good job of installing the right one. Now, let's just quickly go next. Let's tick this box because I like desktop icons for this, and then install. Doesn't take long to install at all. It's just lots of little files, and you should be good to go. Okay. Now, finally, it does recommend a lot of things, and a lot of people would probably go, Jesus, you're spamming me, it's trying to install random shit. Now, it's actually not. Constructor 2 is actually trying to help you out here. If you are purely using Internet Explorer for Construct, you're going to find your development really slow. You're going to run into a few issues. I'd recommend you use either Google Chrome or Firefox, whatever you would prefer. If you don't know what either of those are, I could recommend Google Chrome personally because I use it. This is what I'm using in the background is Google Chrome. If you don't want to, then you don't have to. You can just leave it. Other thing is, if it's been a while since you updated your graphics driver, tick this box. And Construct 2 has a little built-in program which does a great job of checking if you need to update your graphics driver. I'm not going to show you that because it's pretty straightforward. If you want to get straight into it, tick the launch button, click finish. I'm going to just click finish, and I'm going to do what I promised. I'm going to show you how to install a license if you have one. Now, this little file here, the C2 license.txt, is the file that you get given by Construct once you've purchased the program. It seems like a lot of money for a text file, but anyway. What I'm going to do now is you're going to move this guy into the directory you installed Construct 2. So I'm going to right click on him. I'm going to cut. I'm going to quickly jump into the apps folder and into Construct 2. And I'm going to place the file inside this folder. So just come down, I'll right click on a blank spot and paste. Okay, place the file in the same folder. Now when I run Construct 2, it's going to easily show that. Now I can run Construct 2 a number of ways. The easiest way is going to be just through the start menu, typing in Construct, and open she pops. Okay, do you want to automatically check for updates? It's entirely up to you. I generally do. Okay, and this is the first thing you should see ever. So, thank you very much for watching this video, everybody. The next video, I'm going to cover just a first run, show you the interface and show you the different things. So, like, subscribe, comment down the bottom. I'd really like to hear from you, please. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video, everybody. Thanks for watching.